Hello, hello. We are online. Get going here. Hi, everybody. I'm just a few minutes early, but I got to get down to the bottom of my desk. So, this is going to be a live video chat show where we interact with the chat room. It's for adults because we use sharp things like scissors and needles and heat guns and dangerous electrical items. But we're also a chat room where we like to chat with each other as we go along the night. So we can see how everybody's doing today and see what's going on in the world here. Let's get this up and see if I can't find everybody. Let's see if I can find you. Find me, and then that, and turn that down. I think I got it turned down. And there's Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Hi, honey. How are you? How are you? I got a beautiful picture. I can't wait to show. This is my Abby. You doing good? This is from Goldi. Can you? She's an artist. She does such a good job. I think so too. I am just. Uh, it brought me to tears. I've been so good, um, and brave. I've been very brave since Abby's passed, and I accepted it, and she was old and she was suffering and she needed to go. It was time for her time. And so it was not a big teary thing. I'm not a big crier, but this brought tears to my eyes. It did. So it's going to be framed, and I've got another picture of Abby. Let's see if I can get it down. No, I can't get it down. It's got double-sided tape on it. That the Mary Altier. I'll take a picture of it. Mary painted or drew for me, and it's a mixed media picture. Let's see if that'll work with the fan was going. So this is what Mary did for me back in 2020, and this is 25. So so I'm honored to have these two pieces, and so I don't know if I'm going to put it up here or if I'm going to put it on in a frame. I can I can. Yes, she did. Mary, um, Mary did Abby in crayon. She did it in crayon, and you can feel some of the texture on it. And she melted it and scraped, and then she would melt more crayon on it, and then she would scrape it off. And she it was a yeah, it was all Mary, Mary, Mary. It was all she did, and then she made the bandana uh, on her and made it look real. It's just amazing. Yeah, and so we'll be looking at these all night tonight. I'm afraid, and I am a few minutes early. So I really like this book. If anybody wants to get this Life in Color book, it's my new favorite book. And I forgot I did this. I know I did the another one over here. uh, the other day, and I think I posted these two pictures. And so that was good. I must have had something sticky right there. Now I could probably tear this page out because it's nothing but writing, and I'm not going to read that. But these two could be glued together. Maybe we'll just do that. So, hi Angie. Hi Carol. Come in, come in. I'm just fixing up my book and enjoying my reverse collage book. Hi Joyce. How are you all? How are you? Well, I'll tell you, I got this used for about $5 or $6. So if you want to try to get one used, that was definitely the thing. I think I had to order so much, so I got like three different books, and this one I didn't think this one was this big, and when I ordered it and everything, and of course you don't get to flip through them, you know. But you can. But I've been flipping through. This turned out really cute with the waterfalls, and I'm still looking for some fish jumping out of the water. You know, like when they jump back upstream. Yeah. So Angie went 8 blocks again. Good for you. Keep it up. So this is a butterfly. A blue morpho butterfly. A real live butterfly. See, now this I can cut this off with my X-Acto. Uh, and that's what I think I'll do. Because I can. I need to get me some more pictures out. See, this one could be cut out too. Like that. And see if I can't. that out and cut this off. And I'll glue that back down in the book. So, yeah. Uh-oh. Carol's got a fracture. And we're going to stick that back in the book. And glue that down right there. I don't think so. Hi, Janet Nash. Although I am coughing. Let me see what I can do with my, where are my cough drops? I like these vitamin C. They, my sinuses acted up about an hour ago and I sneezed about 3 times. But I don't think I have a cold. The fans are blowing and it is nice and cool in here today. Okay. So anyway, I've been showing off this. Goldi did this, and she captured Abby. She captured Abby. So Carol must have had something done. She's healing. So anyway, I'm kind of in a blasé mood today. I don't know what's wrong, but I don't think I have anything wrong. I'm just uh, ready to get started and do something. So, but I will be framing this, and it will be going up in my room somewhere. That is so gorgeous. Uh, so, anyway, let's see if I can find some pictures in here that might interest me. That I cut out. That's kind of cute with the waves. Let's see if I got any more. Of course, I like the dog. Check me out is showing. That's cute. I don't know how long these have been in here, but I might just go ahead and go towards my some of my travel books, and they've got things in them. that? A pool. That would look good in my book. Maybe we could put some people sitting by the pool. Yeah, let's see what we can do about that. Let's just see what else is in here. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of cute. Let's see if we can cut the pool out. And we guess we're going to have the chairs. Gotta have some chairs. We'll just do that. Okay. Gotta cut the chairs out so we can have a place to sit. Like that. That looks good. So let's just go over here and see if we can find a page to put that in. It covers that up. So that's where I'm going to put it. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Teresa. How are you all doing? How are you? Everybody doing okay today? So we're going to put a pool in our book. All right, that was nice. I want to continue to show this until everybody gets in here. Goldi painted Abby for me. She did such a lovely job. And she sent me some other Happy Meal. And we'll put my collar book over here out of the way. But she sent me some other ephemera. And I think I'm going to make a new junk journal book. And I'm going to use some of these. These that she sent me. And I got a postcard from Janet B. from New York, Janet Baum. and she sent me a, a postcard, and she did some, there's painty papers and stenciling and stamping and little doodling and kinds of good stuff on here. So that was nice. And then these came from Goldi. She sent me some little pictures, and I think I'm gonna make tags out of these. These are gonna be tags, and this is like a little tiny postcard, journaling card, so I could put that in my. I'm gonna do a Victorian junk journal book, and there's a few more things down in here that Goldi sent me, and there's 3 of these, and then she sent a stamp, and I believe it's a sticker. It's 11 cents, and then this was her tag that she sent me, and I love this old. It's a very old antique doily, tiny doily, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And this looks like it's wood. No, it's leather or something. It's thick, but it's on a puffy dot. A puffy dot. So Goldi did excellent. And then this paper was on the back. I love that. Uh, Very nice tag. So that was some of the things that Goldi sent me, along with Abby, and along with these goodies here, and these papers that are of ladies, and I think that's really cool. This one would go into the vintage book. Well, that one too, but this the collar of the antique paper, and some patterns. And then she made some copies of the pattern, little pictures. I love them. I'm going to fussy cut those out, and they're feeding rabbits. So that's nice. Here's the Little Women. They're playing the piano. And here's another couple of girls. So these are really cool. But I have some stamps in my stash, and I've got some Victorian stamps that would go with a collage book, or a journal that I'm going to make. And I'm going to use those stamps all through the book too, as well as some of these things. I don't think I'll have any trouble finding Victorian things in my stash. And this is cute with the dresses. So that's what Goldi sent me. So we thank her. Yeah, they look lacy. Yes, they do. They have a lace on them. And I've got some of the off white lace that I can use in the journal. I'll just have to decide on the book I'm going to put it in, and I could go over there and find a book to see if we can uh, maybe even start reversing or tearing the pages out and stuff like that. Let me go over here and see if I can find a good old book that we can use. And I kind of want maybe at least a 2 inch spine. Doesn't have to be super big, but at least a 2 inch would be good to tear a book up in. Okay, I don't want to do that one. That's hard. Okay, this will be it. We're going to pick this. Found an old book, and this is going to be my new Victorian book. Hi, Marty. Hi, everybody coming in. Come on in. Say hi to Abby. Say hi to Abby. Our precious little Abby. She was such a good girl. So anyway, I found this book over on my shelves over there. It's American's Garden Book, and it says $4 over here, but I don't think I paid $4 for it. And it's Charles Scribner's and Son, New York and London publishers, New York and London. The new revised edition, 1958, and also 1965. And then another one says 1939 and 1952. So we'll go with the latest date between 58 and 65. Okay, Marty's gonna go cook. Yes, Debbie, she did. Yeah, we had to say goodbye to our sweet little Abby. So I can leave some of these pages in, and the pages are kind of yellowy looking, but I'm going to pull most of them out. Yeah, we've been in mourning. That's kind of Victorian looking, isn't it? Maybe I'll leave that page. Going to tear out. Let's try this. Well, it came out, so we will leave it out and put it back here. So we're going to keep that one, and we'll take out these other. There's some more pictures. This was a signature, so I'll stash the pictures back here so we can use them. So what I want to do is look for some more signatures, because that's how they're coming out. On the signatures. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. They're kind of glued in. Once I get it started, I think I can do it. No, they're sewed in. They are sewed in there with thread. So that's how they used to bind the books back in 1958. Hi, Kathy. Hi, everybody coming in. Come on in. We're just deconstructing a book. There we go. Trying to get all the right parts out. There we go. That's good. Yeah, it's a big book. It's going to be my new Victorian junk journal, and I might use some of these pictures on the new pages, but I'm going to go ahead and take all of the papers out and deconstruct it. Repurposing. Oh, there's a map. Let's see what the map says. Woohoo! Zones. I'm in zone 10. I'm in zone 10. 2 is at the top. Zone 2. We'll save the map too. We'll get that out and it'll go in the new part. But I'm not going to I might use some of these because they're old, I can use some of these papers, but I'm going to take all of these out and make me a new signatures. So, talk about old time plants and flowers. This would have it, wouldn't it? Yep, it would. So, let's see. Okay, Debbie. Tacos sounds good. I like tacos. We were watching some cooking videos last night, and it was on a reel. Now the REEL reels on Facebook. I guess it's in Facebook. It's not a short, it's a reel. So it's a little movie, a little mini, but it's like 10 minutes. It's not very long. But anyway, this girl was cooking, and everything she cooked, we must have both been hungry because we were saying, do we have any of that? Can we fix this? And Joe was even saying, I think I could fix that. And so I saved the recipes in my messenger. I messaged the reel to myself in Messenger so I can go back and find the recipe that we were looking at if he asked me again, like when he goes to the store or something. But they were real down to earth meals, and most of them were just one pot meals. I love one pot meals. Uh, That's my favorite thing to do. But I don't do much cooking anymore. I kind of leave that to Joe. He likes to cook. Um, when we first got married, he was uh, already cooking. Was the main cooker of their house. He raised his two daughters, and they didn't have to cook. they they could, but it was minimum. It wasn't a whole lot. And Joyce cooked for us one time, and she was making a fancy chicken, and it was like cornmeal blue or something fancy, and it took her all day to do. Took her all day to cook it, but she wanted it to be special. And she did. She made it very special. But now she cooks every day for her family. And Janelle, if she could slap it in a skillet, that's the way she cooks. She just throws it in the skillet and fries everything. But anymore, it's just too easy to eat out and all that jazz. So now I want to see if I want to keep that or go ahead and cut that off. It'd be a lot easier if I just cut it out. I'm going to cut it out because I'm tired of this. Uh, I'm tired of this method, so I'm cutting her out like that. There we go. Now we're cooking with fire. And see, like this paper here is real thick. That would be a good paper to put in my my new book. I'll keep some of the papers. So let's go up here and slice this side off. Like that. Now we can start from square one, and I love the green, but I'm going to cover it with the fabric, and then this is just going to have. I'm not going to keep any of all of this. I need to thin out, but I can take some of these uh, pictures and use them as my uh, in my Victorian, and having a list of trees. I can make it into a tag and do all kinds of pockets and things, and I'll take some of the pages, the color or the pictures, but they're all done in black and white. But I'll be selective. Like here's some uh, lawns and fertilizers. You need to know how to fertilize your grass. Yeah, everybody needs to know how to do that. So the charts will be fun throughout my new book. There's an old house. I could live there. I think I could live there. Okay, Sharon. Okay. Enjoy your brother. Okay. That's wonderful. Enjoy your time. They're on their way to California. So I can't say. Okay. So, this would be a beautiful picture if it were in color. I could color that and um, do a little pink roses. We can try. There's all kinds of flowers. We like flowers. A few of those. And these type pictures. This one, I could take one of these girls and have her walking in the and put her on here. hmm Now you seeing what I'm thinking. Now you can see strolling in the yard. Flower boxes. I had flower boxes up north. Garden houses. Garden beds. Here's another. Calendar of blooms. That sounds nice.
We walked up. We went all the way down to Linda's and
Oh, you took her for a walk
Bob's. Yeah, we went all the way down to Linda's and Bob's. And
after you bathed her?
uh-huh.
Oh, good. So she kind of got dry.
Yeah, so I was giving her some.
Noor got a bath today.
Yeah, she's got a rub spot right here for his upper stomach.
Where she scratches.
I guess it might be where she's scratching. I don't know.
Well, we need to just feed her the dog food so that she won't. We're not feeding her something that she's allergic to. So there's something kind of fun to put on a tag. Okay, I think that's enough because I got other things to put in the book as well. I've got a lot of ladies. Goldi fix. Oh, I like this. A perennial border. That's going to be fun. Okay, it's enough of that. Annuals. Okay, enough of that. Now, we had a good time. So, there's that. So now I've got to figure out on my paper the paper that I'm going to put in here. Cindy's in the balcony. Okay. Hi, Margaret. Oh, Goldi's here. Yes, we've been praising your work, Goldi. You did just so good, so good. So, and she's out running around with Lori. They're making errands. Okay, so let me go over here, and I think I've got something old fashioned that we can use for a cover. This takes me a minute to get off of this chair. little cramped.
Look out the window.
Uh-uh.
Look out the window.
The sun.
No. There she is.
Oh, there's Nora. And there she is on the ground, rubbing her belly. There she is. Now, I had some,
Are you hungry?
I'm online right now. Yes.
Online. Oh, hi, girls.
This, this. Just randomly going through my fabric. I found two possibilities, three possibilities. And if we don't use them for the cover, we can use them for the insides. And maybe we could do some dividers and and have a divider. This would make a pretty Victorian, and then I would probably do some cutting out of some girls and glue and collage them on the front of the book on the fabric and collage. And then this is like uh, it's just a tan.
Did you remember seeing the big uh, collar for her? That big?
Uh, it's like a cotton polyester maybe. It's not wide enough, I don't think. Then I have this, but if I have to, I might be able to glue some of this underneath this if I use this. And I'm going to use this. I'm going to use it. So we've got the sides, and then we've got this is so cute. I wonder if it's got stains all over it. Cause I could put this on the table out back on my my porch. Hello, Barbara. Well, hello, Barbara. It's so nice to see you in the chat tonight. Barbara's singing. Good to see everybody. There's Diane. Hi, Diane. Come in, come in. I think I said hi to everybody. So, come on in, come on in. Okay, I know it's got a few stains on it, but the back porch is not always clean. It gets dirty really fast. But that would be like, it's a round tablecloth, and I have no idea where I got this from. I might have bought it from Becca. That would be my first guess. I don't remember having this in my stash of a personal stash. So I'm not cutting it up. So we're going to send this out to the kitchen. It does stitches. There's a couple little flakes of something, but for the back porch, it'll look so sweet. So talk myself out of that one. So now I'm down to this one again. This is also it's like a napkin. Margaret gave me this. I've got her name on the tag. I bet she gave me that other one too. Margaret, do you remember giving me this? We can use this. Do you remember giving me this? I bet you did. I bet you she did. Maybe somebody else, but I'm going to send it to the back porch before I cut it up. You don't remember? Me neither. But this one, I put your name on the tag. Good old Beth put her name on the back of it. But I think this would be an okay cover. Let's. This is not big enough, but it might be a good base to give it some thickness because it doesn't go to the edges, to the top and the bottom. It's long enough. It's just not deep enough. So let's uh, let's get busy. So I'm just going to put that there and start gluing down. It is Janet. Lovely cough. Now I'm going to spread that out with my little credit card. Like that. Okay. Then we'll go over here to this side. Put some more glue down. I would say that this is a medium-sized book. It's got a fat uh, spine. I didn't really measure it, but it's 9 inches by 7 with a 2-inch spine. 9 by 7 by 2. So that's pretty good because a 9 by 10 is like regular size paper, printing paper. Okay, let's lay this down. We'll have to let it dry a little bit. That's good. Okay. You just found your eyeglasses. Put them on. You could see a lot better with them on. So that's there. Let me get another card. like that. Margaret's getting new reading glasses. So let's see if we've got enough down. So this will go on top, and I think this will be great. Having this down first, and under padding, and these are got real pretty edges, so I can just put them on the edge of the book, on the top and the bottom. Let's see if I have enough to. Let me cut this off first here, and I might as well glue that down. We'll glue her down a little bit. Well, there's Jassy. Hi, Jassy. Okay. We'll move this on over here and see if we can go all the way. Yep, we can. We got enough to go all the way around. Going around in circles. That's what we're going to do. So let's pick this up. And, well, good night, Jana. Thank you for coming in, sweetheart. Thank you. Sweet dreams. Love and hugs. Okay. Now we'll put this down. Like that. Okay. Let's see. What else do I kind of tell you guys? We're in the middle of a tag trade. Everybody, if you're on the trade list, you need to be getting your tags in the mail this week. And the sooner you all get your tags in the mail, the sooner we can worry about the next trade. But I'm not going to worry about it yet. It's not time. We don't have time to worry about it. I kind of already know, but I would like for everybody to get their tags out, please. Tag your it. So, okay, now we're on the last little bit. The card. Okay. All right, let's see if this will work now. Okay. It's a little wonky, but I like wonky. Does anybody else like wonky? So I'm just going to cut this off right here. And that's a little extra piece. So let's glue this down. I found the cutest website, and it's called Convoy, Konvoy, Convoy, and it's a bus, and it's a daycare for dogs, and she films them getting on the bus. I think their name should be Dog Boy, Dogvol, mm-hmm, instead of the con. But anyway, these dogs, there's like 20 of them or more, and they get on the bus, and the bus driver, she knows each one by name, and she has a snack of it, who's all ready for their snack. So everybody gets a snack, and the snacks are donated from different people all over the place, and they go, this one's from so and so, and it's dedicated to to one of the dogs, or so and so's mom. Uh, uh, Owner, the dog owner, mom sent a treat for the kids, for all you kids today. And she gives each one of them a treat by hand, and she calls them by name, and it's so cute. I can sit there and watch them all day. But anyway, it's a cute little short. It's not very long, and so that's all you see, and it ends. But sometimes the dogs don't want to get on the bus. And one time there was a dog, and but what she does is she gets everybody on that she can get, and she buckles them down. They all have latches for seatbelt purposes, and they all get snapped down. And this one dog was in the back of the lot in a big mud puddle, It was like a creek or something back there because this is up in the mountains. I don't know what state they're from, but I think it's up north somewhere for sure. And so I want to let this dry for just a little bit before I put the other one on because I think I can glue this down a little bit better if I snip it. So I'm gonna let this dry and then we'll work on it in a minute. And I'm gonna keep some of these and I will probably uh, glue them on some of the pages in the book. Page 305. Okay, we got page 305. Some more annuals. I might want to something for just collaging with in the junk journal, which I will do. I promise I will do collaging in the book. So this is a garden with a plants map of the plants. So that will go in the book somewhere. And I like all of these little designs for dwarf trees. You can cut the dwarf trees into shapes. Okay. And I like a variety of things to put in the book because I'm going to be making some tags and bookmarks, and I'll have all kinds of pockets, and the pockets will have some of these in there too. And that's my intentions for all of these little extra things. So, a plant list. This is the plant list. And tip ins. We could have tip ins, tip outs. I have no idea where that came from. Off my desk. Probably off my ruler if I had to guess. My ruler has ink on the bottom of it where it sticks in the pencil can. I need to put a tissue at the bottom of my pencil can. So we're definitely going to use this. And I will probably, I could tear this one out since it's tore there. Let's try tearing this. And it's going to tear very nicely. Very nicely. And I can ink the edges. Like that. Like that. That's going to be pretty when I find the right little girl to put on there. See, I might just have her coming up for example. This girl here, that's all I have of her. But she could be walking in down here and walking into the garden by uh, putting her down here. And all you see is her backside. Trim her out. And this will be good to get into my notions and look for anything velvet or tapestry. So she could be walking in from over here. So, hello, everybody coming in. If I've missed anybody, let me know. I saw where Kellyanne was on last night, and she is starting to stream again. She had a little rest, and but she's going to start streaming on Monday nights. Hi, Lori. We're starting a Victorian uh, junk journal. Mm-hmm. Victorian junk journal. And we're just gathering some papers right now. Hi, Angie. Did I miss you? How did I miss you? I said hi to you earlier, unless you're talking to somebody else. Because you said you walked eight blocks. Or at least I've been reading about you. Maybe I just read what you said. It could be possible. There's another little chart. Types and varieties of merit. You have to speak Latin to be able to read that. Is this English? Is that where they used to have? Is it Latin that they used to speak? Uh, I don't remember. Oh, okay, Angie. Well, I didn't take it seriously. I didn't take it seriously. I know you're in there goofing off. So we've got a few of these. Here's another long. Got to get some little women to walk on this one. Tinier women. And I can do a little bit of watercolor and uh, make the lawn green. A Pennsylvania farmhouse. Look at that. We like Pennsylvania. Yeah, buddy. Rate of application. Top dressings. Kentucky bluegrass. Mm-hmm. That's what we had. We had Kentucky bluegrass. And we'll just make that a little chart for our book. A little bit of ephemera. Trees for the small place. Alrighty. Prepping the soil. Prepping the soil. Okay, I'm getting tired of this. Time to move on to something else. So we cut out a few, and now we're going to just slide a few over. I think I got most of the ones that I wanted. I think I did. Another pool. We'll take the pool. We might find somebody in a bathing suit. Different kind of bricks. I always like this kind of stuff. So we've got the herringbone, the basket weave, the running bond, gravel, sand. We're going to take that and we'll take this one. And I think we probably have enough stuff. And I do have other books over there that I could tear out of. Oh, you like the garden door. We definitely want the door. That'll work. And there's a path. I like the path. Okay. Good. Okay, I like the arches. That's a good one. And then I've got a few extra pages here for good measure. So this will be saved for the book. And I will be cutting out these girls. And I'll cut out this extra hat. Harper's Bazaar. Oh, I like that one. And, I probably won't use all of these, but we've got them just in case. Just in case. Good. And these are the ones that Goldi sent me, and I'll be cutting these out to use in our Victorian junk journal. So that won't be a problem. Oh, no. I like it. So all of these will go in the book. So we'll stack these up. And I'm going to go over to my stash of papers. So, what I can do is um, I've got some paper over here that I want to use in my book, and this is Egyptian papyrus paper, and it is made from a reed that grows popular over in Egypt. So we're going to use some of that. I also have some mulberry paper that I bought. I bought these like last year, and now it's time to start using them. And then this is calligraphy paper for practice. And one of these, I thought I had something that was rice paper. Here's rice paper right here. So I've got all these different papers to use in my new Victorian junk journal. Hi, honey. You eating? Having a snack?
Pizza bread.
Oh, that sounds good. So what I can do is
Ravioli. I mean,
so this is the shortest one, and I think folded in half would be a perfect size. So that was the smallest one, and this one would be folded in half. That's going to fit. I'm not going to use all of it, but I'm going to definitely use some of it. And then the rice paper is too big, so I will have to cut the top off a little bit of the rice paper. And then this paper is calligraphy paper. And it's thin, and this one will have to be cut off at the top right here to fit in. So that's going to be those papers. And then I've got some more paper that I want to use. I have in my possession quite a bit of stationery paper. I used to have pen pals, and I would use different stationery every time I wrote letters to my pen pals. So I've got some variety paper up here, and got vellum. I could use some vellum paper. Okay, I'm going to have to take my time to get some of this paper out, but I'll definitely use some vellum. And you can't put wet glue on vellum. But let's pull out a few pieces that I have in here. That's okay, it didn't hurt anything. Here is typing paper, fruit paper, Christmas paper, yellow paper, braille. I got braille paper, notebook paper, wedding paper, got Bible verse paper, I've got some fruit and veggies and baking and Christmas and tulips. Grab the ledge. We've got some of this. And here, we've got some of this. It's going to be a junk journal. We're going to have all kinds of graphic paper, rose paper. I got roses. The roses are pretty. I should use more roses. Use them up. Use them up. And my arms are getting tired. Let's try some of this paper. This is like parchment paper. It's pretty. Here's a green leaf. So that's all I can stand right this minute. That'll get us started. I think. That should be enough. Ouch. I stubbed my toe. Oh, thank you, Lori. Hi, Choo Choo. Definitely not enough hours in the day. Definitely. Definitely. So, we're making a Victorian junk journal. And I just went over there to get some paper. So, this is pink and this is blue stationery. And this is off-white. I've got some roses. I've got some little chicks. These ought to go in the chicken book. I've got 2 pieces. And we can alternate the colored papers with the printing papers. So this will go over in the chicken book. As soon as I find it. And then we have some pretty flowers. Some pretty purple. Pretty butterflies. Another rose. We've got graphic paper. I got more graph too. This one's over the hill paper. We've got summertime flip flops. We've got tulips. And this one's baking pies. Okay. Here is some kind of a marble edge. This one. These are wedding paper. So 16, 17, Oh, you're talking about my thumbs up? Thank you, guys. So this is vellum, 75 cents, marked down to 50 cents. I'm not a big vellum fan, but it'll be perfect for a junk journal. Lotus wing paper. We'll put that in there. And we've got this came on some poster paper board. It's going to go in the journal. It's a junk journal, and I have another wax vellum envelope from the post office. It could go in there. I've got some fruit paper and some pretty flowery Christmassy paper. Years and years of collecting. Uh, I probably did most of this up home, the paper, and then every time we went to a yard sale or to the secondhand store, I go directly to the stationery department and look for stationery. But I don't do that anymore because I've got too much. Don't need it anymore. So um, I'll show you my papers over here that I said I had. Um, I don't. I, there's mulberry paper and there's calligraphy paper and something else. I'll have to tell you about it. And then some of this Christmas paper came from my mom. She always wrote a letter, did a year's review, and she would write a year's review and print it out on this paper. She was good like that. But this is the calligraphy paper, and I am going to use it or lose it. And it doesn't have an opening, so we got to get it open. So we're not going to pull it all out. We'll just open the bag. This way it'll keep it clean. Maybe. So we're going to put a couple of these in. It reminds me of tissue paper. It's got a rough side and a slicky side. And there's two there. But I'm going to fold it in half. And I just might leave those two together. And I have to cut the tops off. And I don't know if I'm going to do my papers this way or this way on these. I haven't sized it out yet. I'll let you all know in a minute. And then this is the rice paper. So it's going to be folded in half. I'm going to make signatures. That's how I'm going to do it. And that can be closed. And then the py, Pyrus paper is made from reeds, grass, and there's a story on it. Egyptian days, they would take this grass. It's real tall. It's like 4 or 5 foot tall grass. The reeds, and they would take the reeds and process the reeds like similar to like linen. Linen is made from a grass, and and so interesting to watch them and learn how they make all of this stuff. Very interesting. I gotta find an opening on that one either. So we're going to have the Pyrus, and that's what they used to write on back in the old parchment days, where they used animal hides. But they learned that they could process this reeds. You can see the reeds. You can see them, and then they would process and then they would make weave it back and forth to make paper. And I guess they would use some kind of gummy stuff, something gummy to. So that's going to go in the book. And then this one is mulberry paper, and it's a tree. Mulberry is a tree, and they would use the bark of the mulberry wood, but I think they can use the inside of the wood too and make a pulp. And but obviously it's bleached out, uh, and the mulberry is in the as the main ingredient, and it's very interesting to watch. So you see little pieces of the wood. It's that's natural to the paper. So that's the papers that I have at the moment. Okay, get that out of my way. And what else did I have over here? Oh, okay. I got everything. I got everything. So there, and I can also mix in uh, painty papers, uh, printing paper, and all kinds of stuff. And I have enough of this. This is just one of each, and I have enough to do another set. Because this is going to be a lot. So what I want to do is look at each one of the sizes, because it's going to be too big if I leave it like that. But if I fold it in half, is that going to be sufficient? Hi, Joe. So it's going to be like that for the short pages. And I think we'll just have to do that, and that way we'll just have to make a lot of flip outs and things that go on the edges, lace. So there'll be plenty to do to make it to get it to go out to the furthest. But most of these are uh, this size, and I'll probably uh, go over them before I sew them together. And I can do some this way, both directions. And this one here is a bigger sheet. So it's going to go like this. It's a little bit, no, it's not the same size. Looks bigger to me. So we'll go over to here till I get to the vellum. Let's do some the other way. And we'll just mix them all up. Yes, Teresa, I got to keep her. Now here's the vellum. I'm going to fold it in half too. And it doesn't have to be super, super perfect because there's, you know, because of the edges, we got plenty of room in this book to put all this. But it's filling up quite nicely. So this is a piece of poster paper. This was the throwaway part. And I said, that's a perfectly good piece of paper. I'm not throwing that away. So I saved them, but it's going to have to be cut down a little bit off of the top. And I think I'll just use that line right there. I'll use that line right there. It's on a timer. I have to move. It's a motion light. So this will be fine for there and there. And this is a cellophane bag from the post office. And they'll give these to you if you ask for one. Put your things in, whatever you got. They'll give you one. So what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to just use this and do the same thing. And I can cut here and here on this particular paper. And I'll cut the bottom too so that it'll be open and it'll be two pieces. That'll be perfect. You can do anything you want to your book. So I don't know what will go on to this type of paper, but we'll find out together. Here's some more pretty paper. A weaved paper page, that would be nice. These have already been folded in half. And I need this one to see where I want to cut it off. And I'm going to cut these off right there. So now I get to make my signatures. So these are kind of the big ones and the specialty ones. So let's start with something big. And I'm just going to leave them together since they're thin. I'll just leave them together. This is a pretty piece. It's got some kind of a marble. And mixing them up. I'm going to put a piece of vellum, and a rose. And then I've got the graphics and the post office. And a blue and a poster and the papyrus. You've heard of the word Paris. There's a city in Egypt named Paris. And we're going to put the mulberry in there. And the chickadees. And some flowers. And some tissue. And then the rest. Now, I think that's perfect. A variety. So, I'm not going to sew it in today, but I think 2 of these would be fine for this book. 2 signatures because they're big. And I could even divide this into 2, or I can just make 2 big ones. And since I've got this already made up, it'll fit nicely on the back. And then by the time I fill it up, it'll be thick. So, hi, Angela. Still on bed rest. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. So, I'm just going to get a paper clip and clip this together here. So that's just, and I'm just going to put 2 signatures in the book. How about them apples? So let me see. I was going to try to fix this over here. And it really doesn't matter because I'm going to cover it up anyway with another sheet of fabric. But I was going to take this gap and make a little dart. That's all you need, a little dart. And only you and me will know that that's there. Nobody else will know. Nobody will know. So, yeah, Angela, keep us posted. Okay, so now I've got this pretty stuff. And let's see what we can do. And I think I'm just going to put it in the middle. And I might as well use that point right there. It's got gold in it. It's sparkly. And this will go this way. And then it'll look like this after I glue that down. Then it's going to come into here. It's going to it's going to fit. It's going to be perfect. Look at this. Oh my gosh, guys. Can you believe it? It's going to fit. Diggity dog. So, do I need to glue the outside or just the inside? Maybe get my hot glue gun out. Get the lint brush. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. So I'm just going to get my hot glue gun and plug her in, and then I don't think I need to glue it down. I'll glue the ends down. I'll glue the insides down, but I don't think I need to glue this down. If I have to, I'll use a needle and a syringe to squirt glue underneath it if I have a problem. But I'm not going to have no problem. So let me get my glue gun plugged in. I never did get my glue gun out of the kitchen. Oh well. One of these days I'll bring it in here. So while it's warming up, I'm going to widen my territory over here to and for those of you that came in late, we were Goldi painted me a picture of Abby. This is Goldi's work. Beautiful, beautiful work. Get some glue out. Looking for my glue sticks. I hope I don't need any more than that because that's all I can find. So I'm going to leave these long and then I'm going to cut the angles to fold them back down. But I'm just going to glue this down just like that. Yes, you did. You did an excellent job. I mean, looks just like her. It looks like one of her baby pictures when she was a baby. Okay. Angela must have got some happy mail. I don't think Joe's been to my mailbox. Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. I got Janet's postcard and Goldi's stuff. So let's do the same thing to this. I don't think any problem with doing a partial glue down. If it ever comes off, I can just glue it back down. Look at lickety split. We're going to be quick. Thought about making pockets. This will be fine. This will be fine. So now I'm going to take my ends one at a time. I'm going to hide the chat for a minute. And I'm going to get my fabric scissors out. And I'm going to cut this as a diagonal. And this one as a diagonal. Eyeballing it. And then these two will be snipped off. Some, not all of it, just some of it snipped. And then we're going to do a tucking technique. So this will be tucked under. Like that. And then this will be glued down this direction. But I want to put a little bit of glue right there. Real fast. And then this will be the inside. So there. And we just fold that over like that. This is the fastest book cover I've ever made. The fastest one. It's more Happy Meal over there. Okay. Looks good. So this one is going to be trimmed. I dropped my scissors. I'm not very limber today. I can't bend over that far anymore. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to cut this at an angle to the corner of the book. And then this one at an angle to the corner of the book. And then I'm going to cut this one halfway off. And this will tuck under the book like that. And then we'll glue it just a little bit. We'll glue it just a little bit. Come on, Fancy, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. That's what I'm talking about. Shoot, I ran of a glue stick. Now, good, I found another one. I got some more over in the closet. Okay, so there's our book. And I've got believe it or not, I've got a crocodile. A crocodile is a long punch, and I think I can get in it into the middle over here and at least do two holes. Uh, Probably will do two holes. And and there's my signature. So it fits in there like a jewel. And I think that's all I'm going to do to this tonight. I worked really hard. So um, let's see what else we can find to do. And of course, I think Goldi, Goldi's tag probably needs to go on the front. And then these are going to be turned into tags. These little these little guys. And I'm going to use the brown paper for that. So let's make some of these up. So isn't that pretty? Gonna be pretty? I think it looks good too. So I still have my heat gun, my glue gun on. So let's just glue it down. Ta-da! It is a beautiful tag. Did you get to see it close up? It's got this really old crochet doily around it, and look at the little tiny stitches on that. I can't imagine that being hand done, but I can't imagine a machine doing that. And then there's another little piece of fabric down here. So, and the blue just makes it pop. And you can, if you, with these brown and tone uh, papers, uh, this type of image, you can take uh, a little brush pen or even a colored pencil, and you can go over like a little tiny ribbon to give it a little bit more of an accent on her tag. That's a silk ribbon. And she's got some more silk ribbons down here. Like that. And you've added a little bit more blue to it. So that's cute. So that's how you can, if you want more, you could do more than that if you want. I think that's sweet, just like that. So I'm gonna put this over here, and I'm gonna get my brown paper, and I'm gonna stamp some stamps on this. Get it good and inked up. Okay. Let's try that. Perfect. These will go into my book. I could even put some of this brown paper in there as part of the signature. I can use them for pockets. I can use this. This is like cardstock. Good. Okay, there's 4. And I tell you something else I would like to do is for um, tags. I have never used my die cutting tags, and I think it might be a good time to get my die cut out and do a little bit of die cutting for a change. Now, I don't know if I'm going to need any of this in the book, but it might be perfect to lay down and put something on top of it, like a collaging type thing. So I'm going to save these longer strips. I don't think I'll need the triangles, but I'm going to hang on to them because I might be able to do some decorating with them. So, oh no, Juju just got home and it was pouring, soaked to the bone, changed and in bed to warm up. You gonna take a little nap? You might as well. Just shut your eyes and listen to my voice. That looks good. Alrighty. Okay. That looks good. That looks good. There. That looks good. Alright, I got some tags. And then I'm going to try to use these as tags. And I think I can trim them out a little bit. I know they've got some French on there. I can still use it. I'm just going to cut her out though. Mm-hmm. Okay. Alrighty. And another little piece of that. Okay, here's your little hand. Like that. And I'll cut that off. I each get a little piece of writing for the tag part. And then I could use maybe a little piece of this. We'll put her down here with a swatch and a little piece of letters, words. That would be maybe like that. I don't know. Maybe I need to put it on top. Okay, that looks all right to me. There's no right or wrong when you're doing collages. Let's see, what else do I have that I could put on as a collage? Uh, where's my dippity, my dippity do uh, can? There's some thread. I can use some thread. Oh dear, dear, dear. I know I got all kinds of goodies over here. Oh, here it is. Here's my box. And let's look at this. See, this is going to the porch. We've got, this is Victorian. They used to ride bicycles all the time. Leaves and dogs. A typewriter would be Victorian. These are brand new. I haven't used them yet. And kitty cat. All of these would probably qualify as, somewhere in the book. And just odds and end things. But I'm going to try to use maybe those three on these tags.
You want to pick him? Yeah. Well, what do you want for dinner?
Well, what were you eating?
Well, we got two of them in there. And I was going to make that pizza, but that you said you didn't like it. It's kind of.
The last pizza you had wasn't very good.
Yeah, that was the thinnest pizza I ever seen.
It was a cracker.
I would like a nice couple pieces of fish fried.
Okay.
Put in this.
Well, yeah, that'd be fine. So, I've got some.
We'll get Nora. The.
He said Abby.
Yeah.
He said Abby.
I know. I was looking at her and.
I'm gonna laugh.
Come in.
Yeah.
She thinks she's gonna get trapped.
I gotta find me something to use this in that Victorian thing, and this would be pretty in the Victorian, so I'm not gonna cut that up either. So, and I don't think I'm going to use that pink because I've got the gold fabric. Oh, I've got words. Let's see what kind of words. Begin an adventure is good. No paper. Caught myself.
Cut yourself?
I caught myself.
Oh.
You don't use fabric scissors on paper. You tear them up. Keep going and master your craft will be my 3 words.
Mm-hmm. But Janelle went over with Weed Eater and
Oh, that's nice.
Weed Eated some stuff down. She was really pissed.
Why?
Well,
I'll tell you what, we'll talk about it in a few minutes. I'm on mine, honey.
oh, I'm sorry.
They don't want to know. He's talking about up north. So, let's just put this much down. Master your craft and keep going and begin an adventure. So I'm just going to,
I'll go get you some to eat.
okay.
Oh, you need that from all. I'll just
Mm-mm.
not have your drinks anyway.
So let's put this down first. Can y'all see me down here? Yeah, you should be able to see me. So this is going to be a tag. And I'm going to put this embroidery floss there. And she's going to go on top of it. I should put it in her hand. I should put it in her hand. But I'm going to end up cutting that off anyway, so that's all right. That'll be all right. And then I want master your craft. I want a piece of this fabric. I can't tell which is better. Like that. Less is more. Less is more. Don't have to put it on everything down there. Put that there. And I want to put this up there behind her head or something like that. And I'll put a little dollop of glue, hot glue gun. And then I just have to cut the tag out. And I think it'll be fine. And this will go in the Victorian Junk Journal book. And all I have to do is ink the edges. Smudge it up a little bit. So it can go in a pocket, or I can put a thread up there and we can dangle it. But I'm going to use these in there too. So that'll go into, and this, we'll try to use this somewhere in the book and this paper here. And then I have a typewriter. So we can take our typewriter and I've got these little strings to put on. like that, like that. Like that. And then we get to trim it out. And ink the edges. I forgot to use the typewriter. What am I like? What else did I bring over? The dog, the bike, the typewriter. I don't know. Something like that. It looks okay. Yeah, strategically placed. There's that one. And I can still use these. Like that. So this one needs my little girl. I got a little girl over here. Where is she? I got a piece of that and a piece of that. And I don't see her anywhere. Here she is. Let's see if we can't put her on here. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot. It's hot.
So long for that short break in prison.
What's that?
I said, so long for that little short break where she got out.
Yeah.
She's been outside ever since I give her bath.
Well, honey, she's been in here with me.
No, I know.
Okay. So there's another one. Let's cut it out and see what it looks like. All right, there's another little tag we could put in our book. And then I've got these little guys. These can be put in the book. And we'll just ink them all up. This one should say enjoy the ride. There's a ride. If there's any rides on the words, take the ride. Buy the ticket, take the ride. There's a ride. We'll take the ride. And then there's a dog. And he can have your story matters. Nourish, kindness, allow for delays, slay your day. I'm going to take the ride. We're taking the ride on that note. Alrighty. And we're going to take that one and I like your story matters for the puppy. Okay. Then we'll glue those down. So, well, we've been busy tonight. That was good. And there. Got two more little things to go in our tuck spots. So, guys, I am pooped tonight. I don't know what's made me so tired, but I do need to go and eat something. My sugar's a little low, so that's probably one of the reasons. So, if you guys don't mind, I'm gonna cut out early tonight, and then maybe Juju will come on if she don't fall asleep. And we did some nice things. We made our book. We showed Abby off. We worked in the color book. So she's not sleeping. She's just resting, drying up. Try to dry up a little bit. So so that's it, guys. That's all I can do. I'm take a couple of pictures and show off our tags that we did. We're going to put Abby in everything. We'll put Abby in all the pictures. So, Thank you, Teresa. And I'll be back Thursday, and we'll do some more in the book. So, good night, everybody. Thanks for coming.
You want to go get fish? You want anything else with it?